Hi, I'm Andresito de Guzman, the community lead for PWA Pilipinas. PWA Pilipinas is the community for progressive web app enthusiasts and developers here in the country. But what's that progressive web app I'm talking about? Well, progressive web app is a new breed of web application that leverages modern and open web technologies to provide a native app-like experience. Well, some of its characteristics include being discoverable. Since this is still the web, progressive web apps leverages the benefit of being on web search results and supporting app stores. It is also installable just like a native app. So you can pin and launch your progressive web apps from your home screen and even on the start menu and taskbar of your desktop. Also, it is re-engageable as progressive web apps can send you push notifications and even show you a notification badge even when you don't have the web application open. So another is that progressive web apps are network independent. So just like your traditional native app, progressive web apps can work offline and still get to provide you with a really great user experience even when you're on a slow internet connection. In addition to this, progressive web apps are built to be safe by default as it leverages standard web security like HTTPS and ask when you need permission for things like camera, geolocation, and more. Also, progressive web apps are responsive, meaning that progressive web applications can adapt to the screen size, orientation, and even input method. So it would still look good whether your device uses a mouse and a keyboard or it's a touchscreen device. And lastly, progressive web apps can be shared and launched quickly just by using a URL, meaning that your users can just share the URL to their friends or just scan a QR code. And also, the best thing about progressive web app is that it is really being embraced by browser vendors and modern operating system. As a matter of fact, Microsoft embraces progressive web apps fully and even advocates for its use as a way to develop apps for Windows. They've made free and open source tools like PWA Builder to help us bring our progressive web apps to different app distribution platforms, including the Microsoft Store. If you wanted to have a feel of progressive web apps, you may check out Twitter's web application by visiting twitter.com either on your smartphone or on your desktop. There are also other progressive web apps that you can check out, like Instagram. Instagram has a progressive web app as well. So you can check out instagram.com on your desktop or smartphone or any device. And you can actually get to experience the ability to install and and for it to work offline. Just really cool. So if you have an existing web application or planning to build one soon, I'll be sharing with you some of the best practices and advice that you can apply to start making your web app into a progressive web app. First is that you make your web application responsive and touch-friendly. So this is now more important than ever as your users are now using your web app in different form factors, whether that be a smartphone, a desktop, a tablet, a two-in-one. They might prefer, any of those. So just being able to display well in these different screen sizes will definitely provide your users with the best experience possible. Next is to handle errors in your web application. So we need to provide an experience when an error occurs or when an application failure that happened. Because as web developers, we sometimes tend to forget handling scenarios where a certain request might fail or when the user suddenly becomes offline. So handling these and properly communicating the error encountered by the user is critical in making the user experience even more app-like. Next is to optimize resources like images and to even defer the loading of resources like scripts that are not immediately needed. So we have developer tools like Lighthouse that is available on the new Microsoft Edge that actually provides us with a set of audits that would tell us what can we optimize and improve on our web application. And lastly is a little bit more general. Actually, that is to join communities like PWA Pilipinas, so you would get the latest news about web capabilities. As the web is improving really rapidly, being able to be updated with what's new will actually help you create better, more useful web application that your users will definitely enjoy. Yeah, and that's it. If you wanted to learn more about progressive web apps and the latest trends in web application development, you can actually join us on our Facebook group just by searching for PWA Pilipinas on Facebook. And we actually also have a progressive web app. We have our PWA Pilipinas app that you can visit by going to app.pwapilipinas.org or by downloading it via the Play Store if you have an Android device. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube so you just don't miss out on our upcoming events. Our anniversary month is happening very soon, and we will be organizing events and talks that feature both local and international speakers. All of these are for free, so make sure to stay tuned for that. In the past, we've invited local speakers that shared their knowledge about different frameworks and tools like React.js, Angular, and Vue. We've also invited a guest speaker from the W3C, or the World Wide Web Consortium Technical Architecture Group, that shared the different APIs that they've made standard that actually we can use on our progressive web apps today. Also, we organize a monthly introduction to progressive web app to help us understand the basics of PWAs and where to get started if we're really interested in building one. And yeah, we are a new but a really rapidly growing community and would really like to help you out in your PWA journey. So, in addition to that, if you're interested, you can actually join the global community of progressive web app enthusiasts by visiting aka.ms/PWA-Slack. So it is a Slack group where you get to meet people that builds PWA and even the web browser developers or builders of different browsers. So yeah, once again, I'm Andresito de Guzman from PWA Pilipinas and hope to see you soon.